Check 1 2. I think it's working. I totally rushed this real quick. Oh, hey! Technical difficulties. Technicals. All right, ladies and gents. Big up every single one of you in the chat. Big up. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm pretty sure you can. Yep. We're good to go. Ladies and gents, I will say ahead of time, please let me know if while I speak there's a odd clicking noise being picked up on my mic. It's been this weird thing where I've noticed when I look back at streams, because I look back at my streams, quality and all that, you know what, guys, we're always trying to improve here. I noticed that when I look back at my streams, sometimes I have this odd clicking noise when I speak. So yeah, let me know if that is the case today, but I think we should be good. Usually if I, reset my interface before we get on live, shut it off and shut it back on, usually takes care of the issue. What's going on, everyone? Big up to everyone in the chat. If you guys haven't done so already, be sure to smash up the like button. Helps us out tremendously. And this mouse needs to also step up and smash itself so that it can work. Big up, why not? Thank you for being in the chat. You must be somewhat happy. I know you're not an Arteta supporter, but after yesterday's result, which we will speak on, people, I think a lot of people are taken back now. Oliver, big up to you, my friend. Dortmund stinker and hooked. Is it really a Dortmund stinker, though? Dortmund have not been good this season in their own league. Like, really bad just in general. The way things are being run in the club. All that, what's that called? Nihilism? Nihilism? Is that when people like hire within their family and stuff and it never leaves the family in terms of a business hand-me-down and shit? Happy for Arsenal. It's a nice memory so far. It is. We'll talk about it. But big up Pierre Romero, CFC. Thank you for the love, my friend. But everyone who's just tuning in, be sure to smash up the like button. I am literally just looking at the scores because I wasn't able to watch the game, but I figured let me give it a little bit more time, get some people settled in, extra time and all that, and then I'll start the Chelsea hour. And I will do my best to keep this an hour, all right? I know some of you have been memeing me because it's called the Chelsea hour and it goes Chelsea 1.5 hours, Chelsea 1 hour and 15. I'll try my best to keep it within the hour, all right? That is the goal. That is what I am attempting to do, and I will do my best to do so. But hopefully every single one of you have been doing good. Hopefully every single one of you have been great. So I guess, to kick things off, let's just go over the UCL stuff, right? Because that's what everyone's watching now. UCL right now is at its point where the world has an eye on it, At this stage of the UCL, when you get to the round of 16, when you start getting to quarterfinals, semis, and the final, obviously, that's when the world is watching. And let me tell you something. I was watching yesterday. Today, I couldn't so much because of work, but I was definitely watching yesterday. And just quickly to touch on today's game, PSG Aston Villa, a predictable result. I can't lie to you. Villa, you tried. Now they're coming back to Villa Park. You get 2 goals, you're back in it, but you got to keep a clean sheet. And I don't think you can. Not with the team you got. I just don't think it's good enough quality. Nuno Mendes, Desiree Doué, and Kvaratskhelia scored. I'm sure they were wonderful goals too. Morgan Rogers scored. Look at that. He's been on a little bit of a streak, isn't he? No signs of this Sassi And that is why Aston Villa could not defend today. No Disasi, no party. No Disasi, no party. You know, we try to help you out. We try to help you out, Villa. And what do? You turn around and stab us in the back by not playing the one thing that would have kept you in this game. The brick, Disasi. So yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get. You reap what you sow. You don't play Disasi, you don't keep a clean sheet. The less I say. But yeah, I mean, this was expected, right? We were expecting them to struggle against PSG, who I found out last week. This is a PSG side that is undefeated in the league. That is crazy. And I know people are going to say, oh, but it's Ligue 1. It's never been done. It's not been done in PSG. It's not been done multiple times in multiple leagues. It's just not something that's common in football, okay? So that being said, whenever I see undefeated anything, bro, it's one of these. It's one of these. Hey man, stay humble because at any minute you will lose. And hey, it's still impressive. Stay humble, all right? It's a hard thing to do to go undefeated in the season. So, yeah, it's really impressive to see what PSG are doing in the league. And hey, listen, it's also not the easiest. It's not a pushover league either, okay? Let's be honest. Brest had a wonderful campaign in the UCL. Monaco is always a tough team. Strasbourg are on the up and up. They're up against PSG soon. I'm sure they're not going to win that. But Lyon, you got Lille. There's competition there. And they're not easy teams either. So, listen, disrespect the French league all you want, but at the end of the day, you know, when you don't play Disasi, big problem. And that's the other thing too. You would think play Disasi. He's familiar with the league. He's familiar with PSG. Obviously, this is a different PSG side than the side that he faced when he was in Ligue 1 in Monaco. But still, you know, French football is French footballing. So you get a French footballer that can fight against it, be the shield. But it is what it is. But yeah. I expect the turnaround game to be an entertaining game for Aston Villa. I'll probably watch that, but it's unfortunate for Villa. Barcelona, listen, Barcelona have been transformed under Hansi Flick, and this is a Hansi Flick that struggled when he went and took the management job at Germany. I think me, myself, personally, and I don't know about you, chat, when Hansi Flick took the Germany job, I thought he was a great fit. But when you see the shortcomings of Germany and how he never really got too far, never really accomplished much, never really accomplished much with that German side, which, let's also be honest, it's not the best German side we've seen. When you have a manager of that caliber that was doing what he was doing in Bayern, goes up to Germany and falls flat, it kind of makes your CV look a little questionable. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I thought, okay, well, maybe it was the Bayern tax, you know, the Bundesliga tax. Now you see Hansi Flick go and pretty much pick up where Xavi left off and just run with it. They're 4 points clear of La Liga, I'm pretty sure. Let me just check this again. Not even. No, yeah, they are. They're 4 points clear of Real Madrid in La Liga, which Real Madrid will speak. We will be. You know what?
We'll be there. Do you care though? We'll be there.
We will speak on Real Madrid. Do not get me wrong. We will speak on Real Madrid. Penalty! Real Madrid, no penalty this time. But yeah, I mean, Dortmund, which is a team that, from what I've heard, I haven't watched Dortmund this season, and I'm sure if Jez is in the chat, if you have any questions about Dortmund, ask Jez. Jez is the fraudulent Dortmund fan that comes in the chat from time to time. But yeah, Dortmund have not been good since last season's run. They've gone on a crazy spiral downward. I believe they're 8th or 7th in the league. They're struggling. It might be even worse than that, to be honest. All right, standings for 8th. Yeah, 8th in the league with 41 points. Bayern leading it by 68 points. That's how far off they are. They're so far off the cuff. The fact that they made it to this far in the Champions League is actually impressive in itself. Yeah, they have not been the same Dortmund that people are familiar with. And so it's not a surprise to see this Barcelona that's been rejuvenated and super attacking, by the way, with a Lamine Yamal, with a Rafinha, Lewandowski still killing it. It's no surprise to me that they came, they conquered, and now for the next leg, all they have to do is chill. They don't even have to play the best players. I know the next leg is in, at what's the Dortmund stadium called, man? There's a name for it. Fuck me. All right, hold on. I'll get it right now. In Signal Iduna Park. Ain't no way that's right. The Signal Park? Westfalen Stadion. Huh. I didn't know it was called that. Did not know it was called that. Signal Park, I guess is what people call it. Yeah. So they got to go back to Signal Park. And yeah, I just don't see Dortmund getting anything out of it. I just don't. Maybe a goal, but that's like a consolation prize at this point. They're in a rebuilding phase. Carney started. Look at that. Wow. Carney started, got hooked at what minute? What minute did you get hooked, Carney? Let's find out. And that's the other thing too. I wish I watched it because I did want to see our boys and see how the Arlonis are doing. But where are you, Carney? Lamine Yamal scored, obviously. Lamine Yamal is another one, too. Like, that kid is something else, man. It's impressive to see what that kid is doing at his age. But, yeah, at 68th minute, Carney got hooked. It's unfortunate. I want to see Carney do well. I think there is a good player there, but, bro, you can't compete. Barcelona are just too good this season. They've turned it around. They've completely been transformed under Hansi Flick, and it's really impressive to see. And they won it without... Is Gabi out for the season? Let me look at this. No, Gavi was in there. Yeah, Gavi's on the bench. With Gavi, Araujo, they didn't even have their best players, bro. They didn't even have their best players. Holy shit, bro. Yeah, no, this Barcelona team... They're going far, man. They're going far. Szczesny is in there. Where's my boy? Is what's his face? Injured. The goalkeeper. The one that I always want. What's his name? Barcelona's goalkeeper. I always say I want him at Chelsea. Fuck. The fuck is his name? Ter Stegen. Thank you, Yesterday. I'll read chat in a minute. I was just glimpsing over. Yeah, without Ter Stegen, like, damn, dude, that's impressive. So yeah, big up Hansi Flick, man. He's working with, like, let's be real too. Like, let's not forget that Barcelona's financial status is like so bizarre, and they have to work within a budget. And you know, they were talking about who was it? It was to bring in Danny Olmo, get rid of Christensen or some other free signing and stuff, pulling the levers, all this stuff, selling parts of the Camp Nou and doing wedding events and stuff. They were struggling financially. And for them to come here, Hansi Flick, to come into this club and transform it and make it the dominant force that it's become, sheesh, it's giving Don Carlo a run for his money. Let me tell you. I feel like last season, if Don Carlo was up against Hansi Flick, maybe he doesn't win La Liga either. They did win the Liga last year, right? I'm pretty sure they won the Liga, right? I'm almost certain they won the Liga last year. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I'll read it in a little bit. Inter versus Bayern. This one could have gone either way. But Inter, defensively, Inter is that team defensively. I feel like one of the fascinating things about UCL football is that I feel like when you get to this point of the tournament, people start bringing their football to the table. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like the Premier League where everyone's playing a similar style of football, P and type of shit. Like, you got an Inter side which is solid defensively. Solid defensively. They have Lautaro Martinez that can get you some goals and such. Thuram also chipping in his part. But you got Bastoni in there. Jan Sommer, who made a move not too long ago. Nico Barella. Like, they have some players. They don't have the rock star players that Bayern have, but they have such a well-coached defense. And sometimes, and listen, us as Chelsea fans, we know this, right? Defense wins you tournaments. Defense wins you leagues. Defense is way too overlooked of a thing. I feel like people have been so like focused on how Pep has played in City and the whole, style of play, possession and stuff. I feel like if you're not looking at City, you're looking at Liverpool. Attack, rock and roll, Jurgen Klopp football, pure adrenaline and sinew. Like, we forget that some of the hardest teams to beat are the ones that, and some of the teams that win, right? Some of the teams that get to the finish line, it's because they have a good defense. It's because they have a good defense. Even Liverpool this season, good defense. Liverpool this season, they won it. Van Dijk, you had Robertson in his, peak. Matip, Gomez when he was actually performing. Like, they had good defenders. Even now this season with Konate, good defense. Like, defense will win you leagues. Defense will win you trophies. And it's overlooked because it's a boring part of the game. But my point in saying that is that Inter's defense is fucking impressive. Like, let me really quickly tell you how many goals they've conceded in La Liga. In Serie A. Goals against. Oh, that's actually not that bad. That's not that good of a stat. It's 30 goals against. Oh, wow. Maybe they kept more clean sheets. There was something impressive about only 3 losses. Only 3 losses. But I know defensively, they're really, really sound. I wonder what that was a few days ago when I looked at it. I thought it was actually more impressive than that. Look at me waffling, guys. This is essentially what the show is. It's just me waffling. It's just me waffling. But still, Inter top Serie A at 68 points, 3 ahead of Napoli right behind them. Napoli without an Osimhen, by the way, with Conte, right? But Inzaghi, man. Inzaghi's doing a phenomenal job with this Inter team. And the consistency as well, the longevity that they've been able to do it with. That's impressive. So yeah, no, good on Inter. Especially, this is like, let's be honest too, this is a Bayern side that they have a lot of attacking talent. We're talking a Kane, we're talking Olise, Thomas Muller is still in that team, Goretzka, Kimmich, Sane. Like, come on, guys. Like, you look at that team and you're assuming they're gonna score 1. They're gonna score 1, and they did. They scored 1, but they got beat by 2. So that says something about Bayern's defense as well. Not that solid either. But yeah, I guess I kind of was thinking Bayern were going to win it because Bayern were at the Allianz. It was home. So I was kind of feeling like, okay, Bayern probably get the win here, but, they go back to Inter and Inter just dominate. But now this is going to be hard because now Bayern go away. And we'll see. We will see because I fully believe that Inter defense will hold up. They won't concede more than 1 goal. Bayern are going to need 2 goals to advance, 1 to just draw it into penalties, which is very possible. It's not like it's lost. Like, it's a close match. But come on, Inzaghi, company. I'm just saying, not trying to disrespect company. What he's been doing at Bayern is you know, the standard, but I think even Bayern fans will tell you they haven't been that impressed with his tactics. And now the big shocker that actually inspired this show today, because here's the thing, guys. Obviously, I'm going to talk about Chelsea and specifically on Nkunku, right? But one thing that annoys me about this fan base, and I don't even think it's just exclusive to this fan base, it's just a football thing, right? It's a fandom thing, it's a mindset, it's whatever. I don't like when... I just don't like certainties, right? Like, how do I word this? I just don't... I'm not a fan of pessimistic certainties, especially when we've been shown proof that this is what we're like when we're at our best, and this is what we look like now at our worst. And for some reason, there's no certainty. Like, it's kind of like an imbalance, right? Like, if you're going to have a take, I like it when you have a balanced take, right? And you look at both sides of it. And as much as I sit here and tell people, like, I think Chelsea have a chance, top four, I'm pretty sure, in my opinion, I think we make top four. I do think it's going to be difficult. I think it's going to be difficult for everyone. I feel like we'd have the most difficult run, and I did say this over on American Waffle. But I just dislike it when I'm basing the fact that we're making top four on the fact that earlier this season, we were playing scintillating football. Something from then till now has like switched off or is trying to switch back on that isn't allowing us to do the same thing we did before. But the proof is there. Like, you've seen what the team can do, right? So I don't like when people speak on certainty that, no, there's no way that the team does that again. Like, why? What proof do you have that it won't do that again? Right? I understand that current form isn't great. I get that. And I'm not even sitting here with chess saying, like, I'm guaranteeing you, bet my house on it, we're making top four. Right? But I think it's likely we will make top four or Champions League spot. But I predict top four. Right? I even predicted third at one point. And I still kind of feel like third is on the, like, we could potentially get third. And I'm leaning more in the optimistic side that Chelsea will get third. But what I don't like is when you realize the season that's going on and how football is footballing, right? No one, unless you're an Arsenal fan, none of you guys in this chat right now, none of you guys predicted that Arsenal were going to win that game and keep a clean sheet at that. No one did. No one did. Absolutely not. Keep a clean sheet without your best defender, Gabriel Magalhaes, by the way. I predicted Real Madrid were going to win. And you know what happened? They didn't. They lost. They got embarrassed. They, honestly, Pep, I need you.
And I'm not good enough. It's as simple as that.
Don Carlo, you need to have a good look at yourself in the mirror, because you know what's going to happen. You know what's in the horizon. If you don't find a way to turn this around, you know what's in the horizon. And I'll tell you this, guys. And this is the same thing. I'll keep it real. This is the same energy with Arsenal, right? This is the same energy that Chelsea fans had when we won the UCL, right? I'm not saying they're going to win the UCL. But what I'm trying to say is that there came a point in that tournament run where when we beat Atletico Madrid, I started to believe. I really started to think, okay, shit, I can dream. Like I can smell it. Like I can dream now. Like it's actually a possibility. And then lo and behold, you saw what happened for the rest of that tournament. One of the best defenses in the tournament. Again, defense, you know, I'm just pointing it out. Bro, that makes me think Inter versus Barcelona is going to be a fucking wow. That's going to be a match. This UCL tournament, honestly, like this is a good tournament, man. This is a good tournament this season. But I digress. Against all odds, Arsenal stepped up and got the result. Against all odds, none of you guys can sit here and tell me that Arsenal were going to beat Real Madrid. I wouldn't, unless you're an Arsenal fan. Arsenal fans, I'm sure thought that Real Madrid, they were going to beat Real Madrid. And to an extent, like I'll even give some of you some slack. I'm sure some of you actually thought, you know, Arsenal could win, but I do think Real Madrid are going to win it. I thought that. No, I'm there with you. That's what I thought. But the reason I bring it up, and mind you, like, kudos to Declan Rice. What a free kick, dude. That free kick was insane. Both of them, really. The first one was kind of like, okay, the wall was weird. I felt like Courtois made a mistake. He probably, and another day, that's not curving the way it is, or it's hitting the wall, obviously, or Courtois there. But the second one, bro, it had me stunned. I'm over here watching this thinking, you're going to go left. You have the curve. You're going to go over the wall. We'll see how this goes. He tricked me. He tricked Courtois. And he fucking rocketed. And some people were saying, like, you should have seen it coming with the wall, like, where the Arsenal players were and all that. But, like, still, like, you could say, you can't be convinced based on where players are, right? Because that could be a diversion to make you hesitate to say, oh, he's going to go near post. But in reality, you're going to go far post. Or in Declan Rice's case, it was his near post. And then he went to the far post where Courtois was guarding. And you could see in the replay, Courtois goes in the direction I thought he was going to go, over the wall into his Declan's near post. But the way he kicked that and how top bins it was. Also, shut the fuck up, Chelsea fans saying, oh, but Enzo doesn't do this. Oh, but Moises Caicedo. If you don't get the fuck out of here and just leave, like, reject your Chelsea fandom and just go be an Arsenal fan. Like, honestly, I'm so, like, let's not pretend that Declan Rice and Partey haven't been okay most of the season. And maybe okay is, like, harsh, but they've been, you know, I'll speak for Declan Rice. Declan Rice has been okay to good, right? Just because he got 2 free kick goals like this doesn't automatically make him worth his price tag, doesn't automatically make him better than Enzo, doesn't automatically make him better than Caicedo. Please, shut up. Like, people want to forget so quickly that Enzo Fernandez did it from further away against Aston Villa in the FA Cup. Top bins. So please, give it a rest, Chelsea fans. I'm so fucking tired of it. Same thing with Moises Caicedo. Like, you really want to forget that Moises has been one of our best players this season and does so much more work than Declan Rice does for Arsenal. And he wasn't even playing in the same position in that game, mind you. Anyways, I digress. It was a great free kick, both of them. The second one was a worldie. And then Marino with the other goal, and I couldn't even believe it. I was at the bar and I'm thinking, like, holy shit, this is actually happening. Mbappe had chances he did not put away. Vinicius, was he even there really? Like, was Rodrigo even there? Like, wow. Just Arsenal and the way they performed for that one, they stepped up to the occasion. And Saka was a standout player. Listen, I don't like Arsenal, but you got to give credit where credit is due, man. You know what, man? Again, Good for you, Arsenal. However, if you do make it to the final, I'm expecting you to lose. Because everyone needs to lose a final before they can win one. So, hey, wishing nothing but heartbreak to you. But the reason I bring it up, guys, there's an actual reason for all this, right? And there's a reason I'm talking about this. Because what you saw last night in the UCL from Arsenal, right? Arsenal specifically, the underdog in that match. The one that everyone was saying was going to lose to Real Madrid. Real Madrid, who I think at the beginning of the tournament and even till now were considered the favorites. Oh, Liverpool was also in that conversation, true. Let me wait. Hold on. What am I looking at here? Where did I save this? Oh, I know where I saved it. So the reason I bring it up is because you look at games like that, the occasion, fighting for something, and it just reminds you that sometimes football is gonna football, but apparently not for Chelsea. And that's the part that annoys me. That's the part that started this whole thing, right, guys? The certainty that Chelsea can't do what people don't think they can. Like, I've heard so many pundits, Jason Cundy, Maiwa, all these big names, right? You got your Eunices, your Matisse, and all that stuff. Everyone is saying we are going to miss out on UCL. And it annoys me because, like, don't get me wrong. You're allowed to have your opinion. That's fine. But it's the certainty of it that gets at me. Because what's to stop Chelsea from stepping up like Arsenal stepped up when they were the underdogs? Nothing. And in fact, this is what I said earlier, right? I go based off of proof. Chelsea have shown us already, this team specifically have shown us already, when the cards get tough, they get tough with it. When they need to step up, they actually do step up. And it's do or die right now. We know the fixtures that we have. And I'm bringing this up because I want to remind you guys where we were at this point last year. Let's go over this first one. We lose the final of the Carabao Cup to Liverpool Children, right? Well, it wasn't to Liverpool Children, but we decided to play for penalties against the Children when we could have won the game or gone at it because we were attacking more at the end of the match. We were looking better. We were creating chances. We were knocking on the door. And what does Pochettino decide to do? Let's defend. Let's defend against kids. Let's go for penalties. This is all documented, people. And mind you, chat, I'm sorry. I will go over chat with you guys in a minute, all right? Because I'm sure so many of you disagree. But I'm not going to get into the arguments and the back and forth. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I'm just explaining why I have mine, right? So we, at this point, were pissed off at Pochettino. Probably wanted him sacked for the 5th time in the season. And then we went up against Leeds. All of us thought we were going to lose that match because of how we played against Liverpool. And to be fair, Leeds gave us a run for our money. They really, really did. I can't click on it. I was about to. This is a screenshot. Leeds gave us a run for our money. And we nearly did lose that match. But we managed to scruff out a win. And we advance. Then what happens? We drew against Brentford. We beat Newcastle. Great. We had some decent results going our way. But we weren't a fan of the football. And they weren't convincing wins. Then we go over to Leicester. Need I remind you guys that we were winning against Leicester when Disasi had a howler. And that one howler goal gave Leicester enough life to draw the game against Maresca, by the way. This is Maresca's side at the time. Pochettino subs in Carney. Pochettino subs in Nani. And those were the difference makers for us to get this result across the line in the last minute of the match. In the last minutes of the match. The dying embers of the match, people. But we were not good either. We nearly lost this match. So it wasn't a convincing win either. Then, who could forget? 10-man Burnley. 10-man Burnley. So going into this run of fixtures, we weren't convinced by the form. We weren't convinced by the results. I know I wasn't. And I spoke about it last season. The streams are there. I wasn't convinced. And I was convinced the players weren't up for it either. Then United happens. And we were losing that match as well. Again, guys, it wasn't a good match. We were shit. We were shit. We were losing that match. And then Cole Palmer saved us. Cole Palmer saved us. Then we drew against Sheffield United, the worst Sheffield United side. Again, these weren't convincing victories, people. These weren't convincing draws or outcomes. We all had our doubts because the football was not there. The football looked disorganized. Everyone looked lost. They didn't look like they were, playing or up for anything. Don't forget, please, I beg that you go back and look at these fixtures and remember where your mindset was at the time. Because I know it wasn't positive either. I wasn't positive then either. I wasn't convinced by the football. I had nothing to go off of to tell me, oh, this Chelsea team is going to do it. Don't get me wrong. They're going to do it. Why? Because we had a horrible season at this point. We were finally getting some results, but the football wasn't convincing. The football wasn't convincing. It felt like we were getting lucky. So, let me continue. Then Everton happens. And Everton, let's be real, wasn't necessarily the best side, but it's still impressive that we scored 6 goals against Everton, and we were at home. And it was a nice surprise. It was one of those matches where we're like, okay, cool, they turned up for this one. And then that gave me the confidence thinking that we can get a result against City, especially considering how he played against City. The 1-1 draw, the 4-4 draw. And what happens? We lost against City. Nicholas Jackson, infamous amount of chances missed. We all remember the conversation we were having. Right? And then Arsenal 5-0. Again, people. When the Arsenal 5-0 happened, that was the dagger. All of us thought the players had down tools, that they had nothing to play for. The cups were gone. The Carabao Cup was gone. And we were a few points away from a top 6 finish, or even a top 4 finish. And the team decided, the team didn't look like they were up for it. But guess what happened? So the draw against Arsenal wasn't a good draw, right? Again, nothing here, guys, that convinced us that this team was going to be up for it. But one thing that they did is that they stood up to the occasion. And that's how you get these final 5 games where, for whatever reason, and mind you guys, this is the placements we were in the Premier League. 9th, 10th, 9th, 9th, 7th, 9th, 9th, 7th, 10th. For some reason, Chelsea decided to wake the fuck up and go for a European spot. And that's how you get those 5 wins in a row. Because they stepped up to the occasion. Just like Arsenal stepped up to the occasion yesterday, despite being the underdogs, despite Bukayo Saka coming back from an injury, despite missing Gabriel Magalhaes, who is their best defender this season, despite Odegaard being in horrible form this season, despite not having a striker. And they just beat the Goliaths that are Real Madrid. Mind you, Real Madrid haven't been that great this season. We know this. But it's still Real Madrid. They weren't great when we played them either. They weren't great when we played them the second time. We lost that. So actually, they may have been better the second time we played them. Definitely better the third time. But point being, guys, it is hopium. I understand that. But it's hopium based off of things I've seen this team do before. I've seen this team play well and dominate matches earlier in the season. I've seen this team last season. The Palmers, the Nikos, the Nanis. Mudryk was involved at the time. Enzo, Caicedo. I've seen these players step up to the occasion. When it goes and gets tough, they decide to stop fucking around and get results out of fucking nowhere. I'm not saying we're going to win every single match going to the end of the season. And I'm not even saying that we're going to hit anywhere near the 71 points I said earlier, right? But I'm just trying to say I'm not counting out my chips. Whatever the fucking saying is. I'm not counting my chickens before they hatch. I'm not doubting this team, is what I'm trying to get at. I think they've shown us multiple times that they can step up to the occasion. So I don't like it when people tell me, oh, football's footballing. Wow, look at Arsenal, all this and that. And cannot admit that you didn't think they were going to win. Just like a lot of people don't think Chelsea are going to win. Chelsea are going to finish in top 4, top 5, 6, whatever. Listen, they may not. They may not. And then we're going to have a different conversation then. It'll be a very disappointing one, but it'll be a different conversation then. Don't count Chelsea out yet. I sound like Don Robbie. Don't count Chelsea out yet. Because I've seen this team play well this season. I know these players can step up. I think there's a formula there to get results. Brentford, not good. I understand that. Not good. But I think Enzo Maresca will find a way. I think there is a method to the madness that will reveal itself sooner or later. But yeah. All right, let's read some of these chat, guys. I know there's 121 of you guys that fucking chatted. So I'll try to catch up. I'm going to start from the very beginning and then I'll work my way down. Sorry, guys. It's just, when I go on my little monologue stuff, I just want to, not be too distracted. Bring someone. You alone is boring. Eden Azar, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. Every time you suggest something, I ignore it. So big up, though. Thanks for tuning in. Is it just me, or I saw someone put something in his nose on his deleted birthday stream? Oh my god, this is a stupid fucking guys. All right, you know what? I'll just say this. It's a joke because I'm Peruvian. Okay, I don't do coke. You can stop the nonsense now. Big up. Kvaratskhelia clocked him and scored top bins when Disasi came on. Yo, JP, I don't like it when you come in with facts, bro. Big up, though. Big up, JC. That's why they didn't keep a clean sheet. Nah, fam. Nah. The aura, man. The aura wasn't there. Did you not see Disasi getting cooked by Nuno Mendes for his goal? Damn. Y'all coming with facts, bro. I don't like this. All these agendas. You guys have agendas. No, I didn't watch the game though, guys. So bear with me. Like if the Saucy came on and then they scored, I can hold that. I was waffling, like I said I was. I have a feeling we signed Conrad Hadja, not the lap. Watch the space. That could happen. You never know. Brick Nation crumbled, seeing disaster getting cooked in the second half. Fair enough. Flicks make Xavi look ordinary. Oh yeah. Hansi Flick. Yeah. Big up. Yep. Smash the like, obviously. Don't count Germany stint on Flick. Poor side. I'll never forget. Nagelsmann got the job and played Havertz left back. Yeah, this is true. Something is correct. Yeah, respect the hosts. Listen, the reason I do this show is because, listen, I can't do a whole panel show every time. If the panel, for whatever reason, gets wiped out, they have no internet or some shit, I got to make a show myself. So this is why we're here. And I get to talk about some stuff that I normally don't get to talk about. So that's why we do this. And I bring a guest once a month if I can. I'm working on the guest for the next one coming up this month. Yeah, it is correct. I've been there. Ligue 1 has had more team wins in the past 10 years than Prem. Yeah. He is Ter Stegen. Yep, yeah, we went over Ter Stegen. Barca to the final. PSG, in my opinion. Listen, I think any of these teams going forward, we're talking Bayern, Inter, or the big teams. The big teams. I'm not going to put Dortmund in that conversation. How dare you? I think any of those teams advancing to the final, it's going to be a great final. I think this final is going to be electric. Barca fans don't like Ter Stegen anymore. He seems washed before even getting injured. Oh, that's interesting. Marshall, you're forgetting a lot of stuff. You need some panelists on here. Casey, respectfully, I probably am forgetting a lot of stuff. I don't know what I'm forgetting, but I'm probably forgetting stuff. Yeah, but these dickheads still get the players somehow. No. Yeah, they do. Hit the like, folks. Yeah, why not? You are right. You are right. Madrid won it last year. Is Carney getting minutes? Yeah, Carney got minutes, man. Carney got minutes. Inter winning the champs. Bastoni was amazing. Best defender in the world. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Bastoni, man. I've heard a lot of good things about Bastoni. And obviously that defense. Ekitike? No, who's the other defender that usually pairs with him that's also been like really hyped up? I forget his name. Ekitike is an attacker. Bastoni is that guy, a proper Italian defender. The Trivela goal by Martinez was great. I love me a Trivela goal, bro. That's good for Carney and experience. Pepmerized. Interesting. They say attack wins you games, defense wins you titles. There you go, Max P. Thank you. Yeah. That's the saying. You watched Madrid yesterday. I think they're out, by the way. Yeah, I did watch that game. I'm not gonna do 1.5 hours. I'm not trying to, at least. Yep, I agree. Yo, what is going on, Javon? Guys, if you haven't done so already, the Final Whistle podcast. We didn't do a show last week because we were missing a member. So we're opting to just do it this week. But check out previous shows. Our last show, we actually talked about some of our favorite bowlers growing up. And obviously, I didn't have the footballing eye that I have now. So maybe some of my choices weren't the best. But hey, regardless. Oh, the mic is popping? God damn it. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. Hopefully, it's not popping anymore. It's weird. I don't know why it does that, and I don't know how to fix it. Hopefully, it fixes it. I'll try to pay more attention to chat next time I'm on a tirade here, a monologue. Big up, Marshall. Big up, RSM. Thank you for letting me know. Robert is officially a criminal. I wonder what he did this time. Why Final Whistle? What happened? Yeah, big up Javon on Final Whistle podcast. Go check out that channel, and so show some love and support. All right. Dewey Nation is alive. Yes, it is. Dude, Mbappe fucking up the one-on-one. Yeah, Mbappe normally puts those away. I was really surprised. Mbappe normally puts that shit away, dude. Puts that shit away. Bayern lose Champions League final at home. I don't even think Bayern make it to the final, to be honest. Is it okay for a streamer to snort cocaine during birthday stream? Not on YouTube. Not on YouTube. As soon as Emery bought Disasi on at right back, I knew Kravish. You guys are haters. How we make top 4 look. I kind of went over that already. I predicted top 3 at the start of the season. I'm not giving up just yet. That's fair. No, I get it. Looking at our fixture list, we have a chance, but we have to show up and we have to beat Newcastle and Forest. I doubt it, but stranger things have happened. Yeah, Max P, that's kind of where I'm going at. It is hopium. I understand that. But it's also like at the same time, like, bro, this team was good early in the season. Like, if something clicks, like, I don't know, man, they decide to drink Lucasade at 2 p.m. versus 1:30 p.m. Maybe it changes everything and they go back to how they used to play. I don't know. Like, there must be a pathway back to how you used to play. There must be. There must be. And that's kind of where I'm like scratching my head is like, how do you get back to that? I don't get paid the money to figure that out, right? That's when Maresca gets paid the big bucks. But he's an experience. Maybe he stumbles upon the answer. But if we can get back to that, bro, it's no problem. It's no problem. We can get a result. Give me some of what you smoking, Marshall. I ain't smoking anything. Smoking that life, bro. That's what I'm smoking, that life pack. The hopium pack. Newcastle and Forest are not as good as our fans make them out to be. That's also true. That's also true. They're just as up and down as anyone else. Mbappe bottled it as per usual. Yeah, he did. He'll step up for the second leg, but I don't think it'll be enough. We need to win 4 out of 5 games out of 7. It's going to be tough. I don't even think that's going to be necessarily true. I think it's a toss up. I think also the other teams might fumble as well. 2 set piece goals shocked them into a third goal, Marshall. This ain't over yet, believe me. Maybe. I don't even listen, I'm okay with admitting that Arsenal may have won this and they can lose in the next round. I just don't think they're going to beat PSG. There's no way in fuck they beat PSG. If they beat PSG, bro, they can start to dream. They can start to dream. But I think PSG are way too good, bro. There's no way they beat PSG. I'll get predictions in a minute. Speak for yourself, Marshall. I won on money, straight win, Arsenal. Nice. Good job. The problem isn't we weren't good either. 5. Stop making excuses for Jackson. I'm not making excuses for Jackson, man. I like Jackson. I think he helps us get more goals. Just doesn't score enough of him himself. Tober, bro, me, Arsenal hasn't conceded 3. No, I predicted 3-0, but I have a lot of friends who won last night. Straight wins. Good for you guys. Arsenal were the betting favorite for the home leg. People don't actually watch Madrid. They're shithouse merchants. Yeah, no, Will was telling us and warning us that they weren't very good. Also, they did lose to Villarreal recently, or Valencia. I don't remember what team. Actually, remind me in chat. It wasn't even either of those teams. I think it was another team. After watching UCL, I need that in my life again. Yeah, bro. Oh, my God. I miss UCL football. This take is one I disagree with, Marshall. It's very, very weak UCL campaign, especially Arsenal end up at semifinals somehow. I disagree with that. Marshall, you're waffling. The betting market actually favored Arsenal yesterday. Really? Excuse me. Meaning like you win money if you bet on Arsenal? That kind of? I don't know. Party has a good season. Sure. I think he has. I don't know. Word on the street is that Reece James taught Rice the free kicks on international duty. Yeah, maybe. It's funny too, because we were just talking about how we don't see free kick goals anymore. And we were talking about that on the Final Whistle podcast over at the Sideline View show. And we were talking about there's no free kick takers anymore. It's just Reece is one of the few. And people don't really score from free kicks. And lo and behold, you get that. I guess Declan Rice watches the show. Second free kick was good, but the first one, goalkeeper set up the wall wrong. Yeah. Chelsea Twitter been pissing me today and yesterday. Yo, Chelsea Twitter pisses me off all the time. Bro, Marshall, don't crash out over rights. Big up, Will. No crashing out here. In my opinion, I don't think the wall would split to off-site the keeper. But still, good practice would be to have a man on the post behind the Arsenal players. Yeah, maybe. Mbappe was poor, too busy with flicks. Yeah. That's 100% wrong. The free kick is a lot difficult. It went out. Valverde then curled it inside. Yeah. Can Caicedo do what Rice did? From Chelsea fans who are still wetting their pants over a Rice Gallagher. Brother.
Bro, are you good, bro?
See a straw?
No, thank you, man. The fuck are we doing here? The first one was the best free kick in my opinion. I think the curl was wicked. It was a wicked curl, but no, the second one was my favorite because of the placement and the mind games. Real Madrid need to fix their recruitment, adding Trent to Yo, they're complaining about their defense, and Will was twerking. Will has been twerking for Real Madrid. Will, he is your answer. He is the answer to all your defensive woes. You will learn soon enough, my son. Oh, man. That's too funny.
What is wrong with this guy, man?
Rice and Caicedo have their individual quality. Sure. I just think overall as a 6, as a DM, Caicedo's the better package. Put them together, you have a complete midfielder. Yeah, I guess. Free kick power position. Agree, JC. The second free kick should have had a man on the second post behind. Maybe. Marshall, that comp does get a lot of things wrong. That camp does get a lot of things wrong. What camp? We aren't as good as Arsenal. Yeah, I guess I can't disagree with that. But Arsenal aren't as good as Real Madrid. So it just doesn't go against what I'm saying, really. I don't think this really says much to this. Not that this is the purpose of it, but I just don't think that this really debunks my argument about Chelsea and Arsenal and stuff. I think when it comes to mentality, which we know the team is poor at, they'll step up. We saw how Arsenal stepped up when fuck the betting odds. I don't know how the betting. No, everyone I spoke to, everyone I was talking to, all the panels I watched and all that shit, everyone was saying Real Madrid. Everyone was saying Real Madrid. Especially when Gabriel Magalhaes fell, everyone was saying Real Madrid. Maybe the betting odds changed in Arsenal's favor after the Real Madrid missed the penalty and all that fun shit. But yeah, most of the people were saying Real Madrid. Not a very good comparison. Yeah, I get it. Underdogs, they were favorites for fuck's sake. They're at home at a top. No. Stop it. No, I completely disagree that they were favorites. Arsenal are further along than us. This comparison is skewed. What do you mean they're further along? What does that matter? They didn't have a striker and they're missing their best defender against the former champions. And they came and clapped them and kept a clean sheet on top of that. Wanieri was in defense, bro. Like, what are we doing here? Like, that doesn't... I don't think that matters for shit. Yes, I'm smoking that opium. Damn, I have so much chat to catch up to, guys. Bear with me. All right, I'm not going to read these conversations between you guys. Further along, FC just capitulated from the 4th season in a row and wound up in the top 4 battle 5 years ago. 5 years into a trophy drought. The Arsenal glazing from our fan base is crazy. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy too. I'm just bigging them up for the sake that they did what a lot of people thought wasn't going to be possible. Deflex outs for the just... And also, for those of you guys saying they were the favorites. Cut the shit, bro. Cut the shit. Like, did you predict them to win? That's what I want to know. Did you predict them to win? Fucking betting favorites and shit. And I bet you, before the Real Madrid game that happened this weekend, before this UCL match, I bet you they weren't favorites. I don't know what I'll bet you, but I bet you they weren't favorites. We can't score goals anymore. Nah, you're not wrong. It's not, but we were knocking on the door multiple times against Brentford. So I feel like something's gonna give. Either we just don't, or we just go into really crazy goal scoring form. It's there. Like, I see the fucking goals coming eventually, but we just need to stop fucking being unlucky and, goalkeepers becoming world class against us. Yeah, that's what I mean. The TV theatrics make first one look... All right, that's fine. Well, not enough at least. Yeah, I got you. No, yeah, I see what you're saying, JP. The second one was good, although still can have an argument for a hole in the wall. Again, yeah. Both free kick from Rice were world class. I don't know how people are even arguing this. No, that's what I mean. They were world class. I would argue the second one was more of a world class free kick than the first one. But the curve on the first one was fucking crazy. We can have arguments about every goal. Some need to drop the ball, mistakes, errors, wrong marking. This is the game. Yeah, this is. Hopefully we wake the fuck up for top 5 this season. I agree. Hopefully we do. If we don't get maximum points versus Ipswich, Fulham, and Everton, forget about UCL football. I don't even think it's just that. We need to, even if we win maximum points against those, we still need to win against Liverpool, Nottingham Forest, Newcastle or United. And I think it's still possible. I predicted that our only loss was going to be against Liverpool. But Liverpool, I feel like they're on the beach right now. And they shouldn't be, because they haven't clinched the fucking... They haven't wrapped up the fucking league. I'm already in an hour. I haven't even spoken about Nkunku yet. Well, we need to win almost every match. Literally the next comment. We won't get max points against Ipswich or Fulham. Sure. I still think Chelsea finished top 4. Chelsea don't have the form to finish top 4. The expectation is from the fans' point of view. At Chris, no stats suggested we'll finish top 4. I mean, again, I go back. Arsenal going into this had a horrible league form for their standards, and they won. Footballs, man. Like, you never know. You really never know. Ipswich might even be on the beach, because I think mathematically and you guys let me know as I catch up with chat. they're mathematically not going to stay in the Premier League, I'm pretty sure. That Wolves defeat over the weekend was what cost them that. I think they played against Wolves. I'm pretty sure they did. People saying football is footballing because they looked at the name of Real Madrid, not their foreign performances, assumed based on the name that they'll win. We can't do the same to ourselves. That's my problem, man. We can't do the same to ourselves. Like, you see the form we're in, but you look at Newcastle and say, oh shit, Newcastle, Isak. And you don't realize like their form has been up and down. Recently, they've been in a good patch, but then they go into bad patches too. Nottingham Forest haven't been that convincing either. And they're without Chris Wood as of right now. So, listen, you guys think what you think. And I agree with some of you. But my personal opinion, I feel like there is something there. These players can step up. They have done it before. These players did play good football in the beginning of the season. They can potentially go back to playing good football again. I feel like the Brentford game wasn't as bad as people made it out to be. I feel like there were opportunities to score, and we were just unlucky in that day. Same thing goes for Brentford. Don't get me wrong. They had opportunities too. But, yeah. Also, people saying that Reece James got cooked by Mbumo. Bro, if you don't shut the fuck up. Mbumo probably did him in like maybe once or twice, but Mbumo had a quiet match. And that's not a coincidence. It's because Reece James was defending him on the left back. Anyways, the underdog narrative devalues your argument. Madrid have been struggling against the bottom half of La Liga, came in as underdogs, and people want to pretend that they were favorites because of PR. I totally disagree with this. Scoreline prediction for tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow for against the Polish team. I forget their name. I'm not gonna lie. Legia Warsaw. I'm gonna say we win it 2-0. 2-0. We'll score like 2 cheeky goals. The Kovac goal was insane. I'll have to watch it. I'm the only one who thinks Arsenal will still get eliminated. Yeah, there you go. No, that's not true. Mbappe missed a lot of 1v1s this season. Do you still think I don't think it's possible anymore, Banana. I think that boat had sailed. Unless we beat Liverpool, I don't think we're getting it anymore, which stinks. I got my prediction wrong. Oh well, it happens. Still think we're getting top 4 though. Maybe I should just stop predicting. Smash the like. Oh yeah. Yo, who is texting me? What is this? Okay, yeah. Valencia, thank you. I asked that like 10 minutes ago. I don't even think they beat Inter. Inter is winning this UCL. Oh, fair enough. I could see it. If Inter get to the final, I could see it. Lautaro Martinez just remembering, the chances he missed. Didn't he miss a penalty in that final too? Curry Pirate, remind me because you were glazing him in that season. But remind me, I think he missed a penalty in that UCL final against Real Madrid. But yeah. If they go to the final, I think Inter can do it. He didn't? Okay. But I know he missed sitters. My boy won 3K last night. Arsenal won. Damn. God damn. Good for your boy, Ike, I see. Valencia and Betis. Yeah, Betis mudded them. I mean, Chelsea had 3 different free kick takers who scored this season. This is true. Real Madrid defense is due to lack of system, not because of individuals. Oh, careful who you say that to, Banana. Some people don't like it when you say system around them. I knew Rice was going to score the second free kick, but I didn't think he would go that far. Yeah. I didn't think he was going to score it, but I was like, yo, if you score again, you're very close. Like, this could be a crazy. And I thought he was going to go over the wall, and then he went in the opposite direction and he shook me. I was like, holy fuck, dude. You are fucking... That takes balls. Like, you went to his near post and got it. That's crazy. Will gassed up Trent. I told him Timber is better right back and more similar in stature and play like... Yeah, exactly. Will's going to have to hold it next season. He'll learn the hard way. Arsenal will not escape the set piece FC tag. That's true. Missing their best defender? Nah. The betting odds in England set Arsenal. But odds are affected by knowledge by us, the punters, putting heavy bets on one side. I also think... Okay. I feel like people vote the underdog because you get more money out of it, right? I feel like that also tips the scales. Listen, I don't know about betting. I should know, but I don't. I have a weird feeling that this final is Arsenal-Barcelona. How poetic. That would be poetic. But I don't think it's gonna happen. Marshall, if you had seen Madrid's last 2 games, you wouldn't doubt Arsenal winning. Arsenal were the favorites before kickoff. Bro, Arsenal drew to Everton last weekend. I could have watched either game and would have thought, bro, this might be a mid-off. That's where I'm getting at. Yes, I think they were going to win. I've watched Madrid the entire season. They lost to worse teams than Arsenal, for example, AC Milan. Damn. Yeah. I was just who did Real Madrid just beat in the UCL? I can't remember. No, I didn't predict Arsenal, but the bookies knew some shit, smoking the clairvoyant pack. Yes, they lost to Valencia, bruv. And favorites, underdog is betting terminology. Arsenal were objectively favorites. The betting odds favored them. Chelsea could get UCL, but I'm not confident. Yeah, they could. Obviously, they could. Inter will win because of matchups. I mean, Barca, bro. Flick knows how to win this tournament, too. That's another one. That's such BS about your Madrid take. Let's be fucking for real. I don't care about the betting markets. Madrid in the Champions League are always the favorites against Arsenal. Yo, this is what I'm saying. Thank you for mentioning. I forgot. This is Madrid's tournament, bro. This is the Madrid's cup. UCL is their tournament. We as Chelsea fans firsthand have witnessed what Real Madrid can fucking do when the odds are against them. We have witnessed it. Last minute, Luka Modric to Rodrigo. Worldy. Takes it to extra time. We played the best game I've ever seen Chelsea play under Tuchel. And Real Madrid just do what they do. And then in extra time when we were gassed out, Benzema puts a nail in the coffin. Let's stop pretending that Real Madrid don't step up to these occasions. That when the UCL lights are on, Vinicius, crying his eyes out, starts to do whatever Vinicius does. Kylian Mbappe, another one. Let's stop pretending, guys. Like, I feel like I'm watching people gaslight me into thinking that they actually thought Arsenal were going to win it. Like, fuck the betting odds. Tell me what you thought. I know people were saying like Real Madrid weren't good. I get that. Real Madrid haven't been good this season. But stop the cap, people. A lot of you most of you probably thought Real Madrid were going to win that game. Because it's UCL, it's Real Madrid, and Arsenal have not been looking good. Some of you don't even watch Real Madrid either. I actually had a feeling, listen, I knew Real Madrid's form wasn't that great, but I had a feeling that when it comes to UCL, they'll go for it. They'll step up to the occasion. And 9 times out of 10, they do. This was the 1 out of the 10 that they didn't. They have prestigious names who are winners: Mbappe, Vinny, Rudiger, Courtois in such a tournament. Of course they could beat Arsenal. Thank you, Will. This is the point I'm trying to get at. Like, some of you are fucking gaslighting me. Don't pull a Vader. Shout out Vader, Vader Games, but don't pull a Vader. Pisses me off so much that Arsenal battered Madrid while we have to play Legia on Thursday. We are so behind Arsenal, it's sad. Sure. He didn't. All right. Legia have a good record in Conference League, have a smallish but hostile stadium. I tried even though Polish Football Federation contacts and couldn't get seats. It's sold out. Ooh, yeah, but I mean, this is probably historical for Legia Warsaw. I don't know what I'm waiting for. I'll be happy with an away win at Legia. Yeah, an away draw at Legia. I'd rather just win. If we draw, I already know this fan base is gonna fucking crash it on Maresca. Nah, bro. Inter should have beaten City in that final. I don't know. Trent is 10 times better than Timber. I think he meant that defensively, or at least as a player, Timber is much more well-rounded. Also, I don't want to hear Nkunku isn't a striker as an excuse for him playing like garbage ever again. Yo, you know what? Because I'm almost caught up with chat, I'm going to go into the Nkunku thing really quick. Ladies and gents, this won't take long, okay? Let me actually start this so I know where to leave off. Okay. I'm already over an hour. It's okay. It happens. I'll leave this comment up because Coco the GOAT, rise up the likes, 1 Madrid doubter, Marshall faces equals 1 like. You never know. Madrid could step up to the occasion at the Bernabeu, score 3 goals. I've seen. Listen, Arsenal though concede statistically like that. So I have my doubts, but football is footballing, people. Anyways, Nkunku. I'll make this brief. Pundits, Chelsea YouTube channels, Nkunku lovers, Nkunku glazers, Nkunku sexuals. Stop making excuses for Nkunku. Seriously. Like, this is another thing I hate. Why are we pretending that the problem with Nkunku is his positioning? Why are we pretending that he hasn't played at the wing, that he hasn't played as a false 9, played as a second striker, played as a 10, played as a striker? Like, watch football with your eyes. Don't just rely on stats. And even the stats will tell you he's played multiple positions this season. And he's been stinky in almost all of them except for left wing. And even then he's been stinky, actually. I take that back. His best position this season has been left wing. Why are we pretending that last season Raheem Sterling played both wings, at times played false 9, and has shown me more than Nkunku has? And he's not a striker. Why are we pretending that this season we haven't seen Pedro Neto go into the striker position and show us more, especially the Aston Villa game, show us more than Nkunku ever has this season in that striker position, even despite the goals, right? Because let's be honest, like in the beginning of the season, the finishing was impressive, and that's what we were saying about Nkunku. He had good finishing and all that stuff, but the performances weren't there. Stat padding. That's what we call stat padding. Performances weren't there against Heidenheim, against, name the team, Panathinaikos, whatever team, Shamrock Rovers. You guys name it, because I'm probably forgetting the lineups, right? Why are we pretending that we haven't seen this already? A lot of you have agendas. Let's be honest. A lot of you are Player FC. Maybe not my chat. Maybe some of you, right? But, people on Twitter, people on YouTube and shit. Guys, I've seen players out of position, playing in Nkunku's position, play in a striker, and show me so much more than what Nkunku showed me. It's not a positioning thing. It's a work ethic thing. It's a he's checked out thing. He doesn't want to be at this club. Get it through your head. He is down tools, as far as I'm aware. It wasn't planned that he got hooked at halftime against Brentford. Or maybe it was, to be honest, because Jackson couldn't do 60 minutes. He can do 45. But as soon as Guiu comes back, which I hope Guiu comes back soon. I don't know if there's been team news yet, but if Guiu comes back, I don't want to see Nkunku play anymore. Give Guiu the minutes. I actually, honestly, give the minutes to who's the academy graduate who's a striker. Give him the minutes. I don't want to see Nkunku play anymore for this club. I'm tired of it. It's fucking obvious he doesn't care. He's fighting with his teammates too, even with Robert Sanchez and shit. Enzo's tired of him. Nani's tired of it. Like, bro, it's done. Get him off the pitch. He doesn't help us. I understand why Maresca did it, right? Because we don't have options. And that's a recruitment issue. But as soon as Guiu comes back, or if we get Shim Muyeka, thank you, Curry. Just give him the minutes, bro. He's going to give you so much more than what Nkunku's giving you now. Like, give it up with Nkunku. It's not going to work. He's checked out. He should look for another club if he hasn't been doing it so already. It's done. It's done. He doesn't care. He's down tools. Fuck him. Like, I've seen player down tools and not look this bad. This guy really down tools. So let's stop pretending that we haven't seen other players play out of position and put a shift in, okay? Those players that put a shift in, even besides being, in spite of being out of position, those are the players I respect. Those are players I'll give the benefit of the doubt to. Those are the players where I look at Maresca and be like, stop playing him in that position. That's not his position. That's when I say he's playing out of position. It's not an excuse for Nkunku. Stop it. Stop. Where's that Michael Jordan thing? If I had it, I would play it. But yeah, it's guys, it's not that.
Lazy. Lazy. Too lazy.
Doesn't want to press the ball. Doesn't want to try. It is what it is, man. He's not that guy. We know who the guy is. And you can see a difference in our attack when he's in here.
Nicholas Jackson.
So let's just call it how it is, guys. Call a spade a spade. The guy is checked out. He's down tools. Doesn't want to deal with Chelsea anymore. And so be it, man. You can fuck off then. Back to wherever you came from, Bundesliga or another league. But yeah, easily. Okay, let's go back to the chat and then we'll wrap it up, ladies and gents. Let's see what you guys say about Nkunku. Arsenal did all the work with no striker. If they land Gyökeres, that might be the league decider next season. If Gyökeres steps up in the league as well. Listen, I'm not letting go of this Portuguese tax. The Liga NOS tax. We saw Darwin Nunez. We saw how Felix turned out. Attackers haven't been... In my opinion, I don't think attackers or many attackers have had a good track record coming out of Liga NOS. If Marino can do it up front, no excuse for... Exactly, JP. Exactly. Madrid are about to do some satanic shit and... Maybe. I've never been so close to crying. Oh, because of the Boarfest? I don't know. I feel that Madrid will score 2 early in the first half. Maybe. Their results and form speak for themselves. They play potch ball and have Italian Southgate in the dugout. Italian Southgate is so fucking rude. Bro, respect Don Carlo. What are we doing, TKL? This is the best Champions League manager in the game. You're calling him Italian Southgate?
Bruh.
You are rude. At the Bernabeu. Madrid aren't doing shit though. Not only haven't they dominated any good team, but they haven't scored 4 goals more than thrice this season. And they played haven't scored 4 goals or more. Oh, because you're saying, okay. They could take it to penalties. You're not saying they haven't scored more than 3 goals. You're just saying they haven't scored more than 4, which is what they need to win and advance. I get you. Okay, I get you. They played like that, like they didn't care at the Emirates. Maybe. Marshall, in 2022, the year the beat us. Marshall, in 2022, the year the beat us late. City late with Rodrigo 2 goals and another match that was last minute winners. They weren't favorites for any games, including the final against Liverpool. There you go. I see what you're saying. Yeah, in 2022, they beat us late. City late with Rodrigo's 2 goals and another. Yeah, this is Real Madrid. This is Real Madrid. This is what they do. But people want to ignore that. Yo, that's what I'm saying, Curry. Like, TKL, that is so disrespectful of Don Carlo. Don Carlo's a fucking baller of a manager. But he got it wrong. He got it wrong against Arsenal. Yeah, Thibaut Courtois was man of the match against Liverpool. I can't lie, I'm pissed off about Chelsea, but Arsenal are also in a shit position too. LOL, one game doesn't suit that. They have bottled 2 titles in a row, comfortably not winning it this year. Chelsea are just as bad. They make Arsenal look good. Are just so bad. Yeah. Well, I don't even know if they're that bad, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Who is Nkunku? I think he has a place dedicated for his style. The same one as Havertz. Even Havertz was better than him. I can't believe I'm saying that. And Clunky. Yep. And Clunky. No Cuckoo is what I call him. No Cuckoo. And Nkunku leave my club. And been garbage in all of them. And Nkunku Nkunku is worse French Havertz. Yikes. Yeah. The only excuse I have for Nkunku is he doesn't care, so he doesn't show effort. He plays like he's being forced to. Yep, he does. Facts. Nkunku so wants to leave, it's obvious. He can piss off to Bayern. If Bayern even want him at this point. I don't care. His dinosaur coaching and tactics have stunk the place out all season. And he's getting sacked when they fail to win the league or UCL. I think after UCL, to be honest. The talent in the squad can't save him this time. I also think it's poor recruitment, to be honest. George has played wing and striker in Conference League game and showed me more in the past 4 months. Exactly. I saw Tariq George into striker at the end of one of the Copenhagen games, and he played better than Nkunku as a striker. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. There's no excuses. I have a theory. Nkunku is afraid after this. Nah. I'm not having this. Someone needs to put a hard tackle on him during training to show him he will be fine. Holy shit. I don't think he's scared. I just think he doesn't care. I feel like he feels... with Nkunku, I feel like he just felt entitled to the striker position or entitled to start. And when he didn't start over and over and over again to a Jackson who is inexperienced compared to him, he felt some type of way about it. Bro, don't give a shit. Hold that. I'll get him out of here. Yep, I mean, Shim. Yeah. Okay, you guys are talking amongst yourselves. Lukaku in his Milano reminiscing phase after the interview gave more of a shit about the club than Nkunku currently does. And that is so sad to say because I agree. Even Lukaku kept some semblance of professionalism. I think Lukaku, as fraudulent as he is, he suffered from trying to make everyone happy. That might be a hot take, but he suffered from trying to make everyone happy. He can hold that. He talked way too much shit. He looked that way in preseason and against Conference League competition. It's not an effort thing. He's just not the player people think he is. It's 100% an effort thing, dude. It's 100% an effort thing. It's 100% an effort thing. I've seen him play in positions where in the like even when he was scoring goals in the Conference League, I was not convinced, bro. I was not convinced. He's not that guy. He is not that guy. He does not fit the system. Even if that is the way he plays, doesn't fit the system. He doesn't make runs. You see players frustrated with him. No. Again, other players out of position have played better than him. That's not an excuse. He's not the player people think he is. I didn't think Neto was a striker, but here we are. He put in a shift. Doesn't matter, man. Italian Southgate, yes, yeah, that's filthy word. Don't call us jinx right now. He deserves it. No, he does not. He absolutely does not. Stop making excuses for Maresca. You have optimal listening skills, my friend. Optimal listening skills. It's Maresca's job to get the best out of these players. Maresca has failed a lot of these players. Why would he care when the manager treated him like a mug? Yeah, because he's a mug. He's a mug. Maresca's getting the best out of a lot of players. But, all right. He's getting the best out of Caicedo. He's getting the best out of Enzo. Getting the best out of Cucurella. Reece James is doing just fine. Staying fit, actually. Getting the best out of Reece James, if we want to be honest. By staying fit, you are getting the best out of Reece James. Let's be honest, right? Levi Colwell, this is the first season we're seeing him play center back properly, so maybe he's fraudulent. Wesley Fofana was playing well when he was in. Shaky start of the season. Obviously, he came back from injury, but he was doing fine. We go to the attack. Mudryk was improving under him. Nicholas Jackson started off the season really, really hot. So I would say he improved as well. And you can see when he comes into the side, he does improve the attack. The goals aren't there. So you could make the argument that he didn't improve Jackson. I'd like to believe he improved Jackson. Cole Palmer has suffered. I'll give you that. He has suffered. Nani Madueke has improved under him. I named you a good portion of the team he's improved, but you're gonna disagree because you have an agenda. It's super obvious you have an agenda, S, and that's fine. You can have your agenda, but at least admit it. He's not even Havertz. He's a French McTominay. Unless the ball falls to him and he scores a tap in, he has nothing to offer. He stinks because he's stinky, not because he's checked out or whatever. No, he's also checked out because there's multiple times where he could have made runs and he just doesn't make the runs. He's on his heels all the time. So that's why I'm convinced he's fucking done nothing but checked out. So anyone could get the... Shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up. Okay, so Pochettino didn't get the best out of him. Pochettino didn't get the best out of Cucurella. Pochettino's anyone, right? Pochettino didn't get the best out of Caicedo. Pochettino didn't get the best out of Cucurella. Pochettino didn't get the best out of Nico. Pochettino didn't get the best out of Reece James. In fact, he actually made Reece James more injury prone. Like, no. Your eyes are lying to you. You have an agenda. Your agenda is blinding you, my friend. Absolutely blinding you. Under any manager, same with James. I'll only give you Enzo. Yeah, you're full of shit, dude. You're full of shit. Like even De Zerbi didn't have Caicedo playing this well. So cut the waffle. Even Potter didn't have Cucurella playing this well either. Like, bro, you're waffling. It's agenda. It's agenda. So when you say anyone can make... Pack it up, bro. Pack it up. Just understand you have an agenda. Maybe you don't realize it, but you do. You do. No matter what this manager does, you're not going to praise it. It is what it is. Okay, I read this already. But yeah, he doesn't make the runs, TKL. That's why I'm not convinced he's whatever. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nasty work, S. What do people want Carlo to do? His best front three has three left wingers. Yeah, that's true. Playing striker, right wing, and his defense has been slaughtered by injuries. They need recruit to balance the team, and they didn't do shit. Yo, guys, this is another one. They did fuck all in January to help Don Carlo. So it's one of those cases like, bro, you can hold that. You can hold that. You did nothing to help him out in backing him in the fucking January window. Like, is Asensio really the top? Like Alaba, bro. They had Alaba playing, who just came back from injuries, I'm sure. Modric. They could have gotten a result. I'm not saying this team is the worst. It was left back, right? Yeah. The guy came back from an ACL injury and you're playing him at left back. That's disparity if I've ever seen it. I don't think that's incompetence. Like, he didn't have a choice. That's shitty. So I don't blame Don Carlo too much. Like, it's just he's working with what he's got. I think he got some decisions wrong. And it hurts him. Yeah, exactly. Madrid had like 8 injuries and suspensions. I mean, they still get creamed even if it's not the strongest team. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, guys. I'm going to go ahead and give you some predictions for UCL. We'll see how it goes. And then we'll wrap it up. You know, like a... Let me not finish that sentence. Let me not finish that sentence, bro.
What do you mean by that?
Maresca might be a scrub. We'll see. I hope... DH, I'm going to have to go back to the streams and see what you were saying about Poch. I hope you were holding the same energy for Poch. I know DHL doesn't waffle like S does. Like, DHL just genuinely doesn't believe in the manager. And he's giving me good reasons. So, big up DHL. S is just pure agenda. I'm trying to redirect real quick. Give me 2 seconds, guy. I gotta find a redirect here. Pochettino too. Yo, fuck Pochettino. At least you don't have to deal with him for your nation. Unless you do, then big up to America. But also, I'm sorry you have to deal with that. I've checked out of the U.S. team because of it. Vinny is at left wing. Mbappe is winning the Golden Boot. And Rodrigo has been at right wing most of his Real Madrid career. I get that, but he's not a natural right winger. All right. Okay. Yeah. Ladies and gents, I'm going to stop reading chat because otherwise I'll never leave here. But yeah. Chelsea hour and 30. Yes, I know, Coco. I'm sorry. I literally started this stream by saying I'm not going to do this. I'm going to be more conscious about it. That's why I picked two topics. But honestly, I'm going to have to just stick to one because I waffle like no one's ever waffled before. I waffle like my life depended on it. It's insane how much I can talk about one fucking thing. So that being said, I'm going to just dumb it down to one topic going forward. Otherwise, I never finish these in an hour. I suck at doing this. I'm trying to get better at time management, guys. I really am. I promise you. But that being said, time for me to wrap it up. Pause. Guys, you know what to do. Smash up the like if you haven't done so already. Even if you disagree with me, I don't care. It's okay. It's not like I banned you, right? People are allowed to have their opinions on my channel. Just because they have their opinions doesn't mean I have to agree with them, okay? But, yeah, smash up the like button. This isn't an echo chamber. People are allowed to disagree with me, and I'm allowed to go back and forth with you guys. And I think that's what gives us difference of opinions and nuances, and also, like, you know, learning more about the game. I think as a result of, like, going back and forth, we learn more about each side. Like, I understand why you guys don't think we're going to make top 4. I disagree. I think we are going to make top 4, UCL. I know a lot of it is just wishing my club to do better. And there are some logical facts to look at that make me believe it could happen. But no, you don't have to agree with me, and I get it. I understand your point of view is what I'm trying to get. I hope you understand mine as well. That's all I ask for. But yeah. This is an echo chamber. I'm not going to ban anyone for having a disagreement with me. It is what it is. Maybe Surfer might. So be careful what you say to Surfer. But I don't. As a result, too, like, I've unbanned some people that got banned from Surfer. Because sometimes it's content. So it is what it is. But yeah. People, smash up the like button if you haven't done so already. Thank you for joining me for another Chelsea and a half hour. Chelsea hour and a half. That's what I meant to say. Thank you for joining me for another Chelsea hour and a half. I'll try to make it an hour. I promise. I don't do this on purpose. But I like to talk football. And here we are. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. Subscribe if you're new to the channel as well, because it helps us out tremendously. You know what? I'm going to do this as well with the comments. You guys let me know what you want out of the channel. Right? Like, what kind of content are you guys looking for? Like, what would you be interested in seeing me do more often on the channel? Do you want to see more of these weekly? Do you want to see more Casually Chelsea shows with the panel? Do you want more call-ins? Do you want, I don't know, watch-alongs? Like, I don't know. Like, you guys let me know, because at the same time, you know, I'm trying to cater to the audience I have here, the subscribers. You guys have been really loyal, and you come here and you help out. And this is, like, again, this is a very experimental show that you guys have shown enough love to make me continue to do so. And I like it when I have the, you know, guests here. Also, suggest guests. Who do you guys want me to bring in? You know, let's be realistic as well. Like, I can't bring on, like, the biggest names. Like, I'm not going to bring in a Jason Kunde or a Lampard, obviously. But, like, let me know. What content creator you guys want me to do a Chelsea Hour show with? To go back and forth and talk with. Minerals is invited, but on my platform. All right? Before you even suggest it. On my platform, where I have control, and I'm not going to get muted every time I have a slight disagreement. You know, if he crashes out and runs off, he runs off. But I'm not close to the idea. It's just a matter of he won't do it. We know he won't do it. If you're smart, you'll know why he won't do it. But anyways, next time, I got you, Banana. Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk on this. It's actually a good topic to talk on the striker situation. And we'll see where we're at in the league as well. But yeah, let me know what you guys want me to talk about in the comments down below. Let me know your thoughts on everything I said as well. Not a bad idea. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it. We're going to raid out to Hussam, who is doing his show. So let Hussam know where you're coming from. If you guys are watching on PC, copy and paste the raid message in the YouTube chat. And as we get it, you don't like Maresca, man. You can stop waffling so much. Copy and paste the raid message. It's right there. Let them know where you're coming from. Spam it in the chat. You know, paste. That way, you know, we're showing some love to Don Hussam. I haven't been on the channel for a hot minute because I've just been so busy, guys. Oh, speaking of my content, down below, you can see my YouTube channel where I play video games pretty much every Saturday, or I just have a chat with chat. My band is on there as well. A lot of music. If you guys are into more rock and punk music, I do that as well. So yeah, plenty of content for you guys to check out in the description if you get bored and looking for something to do, especially considering tomorrow's Thursday. And yeah. Oh, UCL predictions really quickly before I head out. PSG will beat Villa 2-1 at their ground and advance. Barcelona probably a 2-0 victory at the Stadio Dortmundio. Arsenal, I think Real Madrid beat Arsenal 2-1 at the Bernabeu. I think Arsenal advance. And then Bayern Inter, this is a tricky one. And I think Inter get a 1-1. 1-1. And Inter advance on aggregate. So, yeah. There you go, people. Sure, I back my manager. Because my manager has kept me in top 4 all season. Logic. And you spat no facts. You waffled about Caicedo and all that shit you said before. Anyone can get the best out of all these players I mentioned. Waffle. Anyways, ladies and gents, thank you so much for being here. Copy and paste the right message. We're taking you to Don Hussam. And until next time, peace out. Stay casual. That's my catch line. Yeah? Stay casual.